All right, guys, let's check it out today. Happy New Year's Eve. First and foremost, let's look at your gas today. For all of you that hold over the weekend, either you did really good or you did really bad. I honestly thought that we were going to have a spike up in natural gas, so I had 3 shares of Ugaz. Unfortunately, it was a bad day for the 3 shares, but it was fine because when I saw this gap down, I knew we were going to have some potential pullback. So with 3 shares, all you have to do to double your size, I tripled my size. I had 12 shares, and I was kind of just scalping in this area because it was going sideways for the longest time. So as of right now, I'm out of it. Obviously, I break even, and I wasn't going to play Dgaz because I missed the meat of the move. I mean, I should have, but I didn't because this was an old support, and once we broke that, I was out. So looking back at natural gas now, this is the 4-hour. Let's see here. I don't need to get any zoomer in than that. So this is an area right there. And that's going to be an area there. Let's see. Oh, cool. That'll be an actual zone right here. Will it? I'll just keep these support and resistance. Because it never closed below there. That's why I'm doing this. The wicks are just signs of rejection. You can make any one of these a zone too by just doing that where it opened to close. So this would actually be a zone right here, this whole area. And if we go down there, let's go to here. To there. That's another zone right there. This is a larger one. I don't really like how it's so big, but just position yourself correctly. That's what I would say. Right there. That could be a zone too. Boom, boom. There, now it's a little easier to read. Let's come over here. I can delete all these other lines. So let's see if we touched any of them. As you see, it did touch that zone right there, that support. I just zoomed this out. The stupid thing. When it brings us back, you'll see, if we even look at this chart, you'll see the same thing. But there was a spot right here, probably looking at the weekly or daily. That was why it bounced in that area right now. I already marked it out on the other chart there, but right here, if we look at this is natural gas anyways, futures. So right bounced there because of pretty much this area here. You see how it just got rejected in these little supports and resistance? This would be like a little zone right here. Right here. Actually, I can even put it on this one too. Right there, the touch there, rejected, never broke above that. And it was old support over here. And that's why it wasn't dead on. It wasn't dead on. I can move this up and alter it, but I'm not going to because that's what I read. It never closed there, so it pretty much got right to there, but that is exactly why it bounced there. So next area that it would come to before selling off, I mean, we're at another spot right here. We're literally right now, we're at another resistance. We could come up to here and get rejected again, to be honest with you. We might actually do that right now. If you wanted to scalp in the Dgaz, you could do that. Look at that, it got rejected there. That's cool. So as you see, that was a lifetime prime with Tyler Berry. So if you listen to me, it entered in exactly what I said. These areas work, so it's going to break down into the next area, which we just called out. I wonder if the other chart's up. Of course, the zones haven't loaded yet. But as of right now, we can do it on this one. Live again. And this is the daily, so it's not as accurate, hence why I did that. So then once we break this area here, the 2.92, probably better on this one. Let's see here. We are right now at 2.954. So 2.9. Right in this area is where we are right now. So probably the 2.27 will have a bounce there. And I would say wait for the bounce, then wait for it to make a lower high, or higher low, sorry, and then consolidate up. We'll definitely see a bounce in these areas. That's another one. Once my zones load back up again, this thing's being stupid. You'll see them because we just drew them together. So that would be your next area of actual support for natural gas. All right. That was pretty cool. So looking at, we'll just do a quick overview of the S&P 500. It did gap up, and now we closed. They filled the gap. We're going, and then we sell it off. Filled the gap. It was gap and go. Boom, right back. It was actually a gap fill is what that was, and then we rallied up. Came up to this old resistance at the 25 pretty much. Not a lot of volume, not a lot of people playing this, so that's what I would have done. I would make my zone right there, and then at the top of this wick, and it would have been correct. I just really wasn't playing it that crazy today. Actually, once I saw the rejection candle, because there was a huge wick. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on 5. No, you won't. There was a wick of rejection on this one, and it came up, and it came up, but it looked so weak. And this big red candle kind of confirmed our next direction for the SPY. Came down here. I had this. As you see, it did bounce off the 618. I sold my Microsoft puts at break even right here. So I'm out. I was down $150, and now I'm not down at all. So it's kind of risk management. I entered back in XBXS because I just wasn't going to babysit it, and I didn't want to risk too much. Like 100 shares in this area here, the 3120. And I'm still in it right now. We'll probably just keep bouncing off this area, chop zone. And then we'll probably sell off for the new year. But as you see here, this is another, these are some other supports resistance why we bounced there. Mainly was because of this area here. It touched there many times. If we look at the 4 hour, that help us at all. Let's see. Why did I make that? Okay, so over here. Well, it struggled closing above it. So that's why that was an actual area itself, the 2585. So for right now, SPY looks like it's selling off. It is looking really weak. We could come back up to the 618 and then get rejected again, or we could just chop sideways for the rest of the day. Tough call on that one. We're probably not going to see much action in regards to that. Next, not used to it. And I can't wait for the new year because I'm going to be more consistent, more doing these earlier in the day. I'm going to try to. So let's look at gold next. This is gold versus US dollar. Just rallying up as I was saying. Don't go against this trend. Came up to this old resistance, now is a new support. We're just going to keep doing this until the trend breaks. I said that over the last video. I am in UGLD still. I added once we came down to this 1278 area because this was an old resistance, as you see. Now new support. We should rally back up, and then the next support should, once we break the 1282, that'll become our next new support until we get up to, and we get this probably right here. The 1289 will be the next one. 1289, 1291. That's an actual spot right there because it didn't really close above that. And like I said, this is the daily, so it's not as, it's more of a swing if you were to do it. But yeah, that'd be next area. So next area resistance, 1291, 1294. All right, cool for gold. I wish that wasn't taking so long to load. Looking at oil directly. I guess we'll just put this up for Jnug. I want to load, obviously. Looking at crude oil directly, we're just still in this consolidation area, but we are making higher. We're kind of sideways right now. We could sell off, but it's looking more. I wouldn't say it's looking more bullish, but some people are saying that because of the lower highs. Really, you could draw. You draw a trend line like this, kind of with the bodies, and then it's going to break either down or up, as always. So right there, see how it's the wick there? And it's kind of never really closing above that or below it. So we're going to break to either up or down. I think we're going to go up. I think this is kind of the bottom. We're just moving sideways right now. In the 1 hour, you can see we're not really doing much. If you were to scalp this, I would be entering in anywhere below here. That would be my enter zone. And cut losses if we break this area right here. So that would be, and then I would sell it up right up here where my spot already is. So right now I'd be looking to take profit right now, and I would sell it and then just keep kind of recycling this whole process itself. And if you want to do intraday looking, I don't really like that. So yeah, it's not right now. It's also New Year's Eve, so that is very dependent on volume right now. Look at that. We already came up to 620 and got rejected there. We'll see what happens. The big spot right here for the SPY. So it'd be interesting to see where we close. We'll probably close flat or below. Probably 27.80 would be my guess. That would just be my 2 cents on that. But this is not loading for some reason, guys, so I apologize. But we got the basic overview of the commodities for right now. See if it does. Obviously, take a look at the Discord. You can always message me, direct message me, put me on any sort of things. So let's see here if it's going to load. I can go over my Forex position because if anyone plays Forex. So Forex, I was in USD JPY, and because gold is rallying up, this is selling off. USD is not strong right now. It's selling off. Once it broke this area here, I entered in another short because this is actually a buy area. So I just trailed it and my stop right up here. But I entered up in this area here at this pivot at the exact price point would be I entered here once I saw the rejection, 110.4, and then I just trailed it down. Once we got into this box zone, I just had my stop above the last candle, so I got up to here. Came up to here. If I came up to here, I would have been stopped out, but it didn't. And then just kind of trailed down to here. I was looking to take profit here, actually, but then I saw this. This actually looked pretty good, but for some reason, I actually closed 2 of my longs and kept the other 2 open. And then I did sell when we were down to here because I was like, it was kind of doing this thing, pushing up and like looking sideways on the 15-minute. Yeah, and I didn't like that, so I just sold it. Took money off the table, locked it in, and called it good. USD JPY, that was a good one. Now let's look at Jnug, still trailing up just like gold. So that's what I would do. Jnug is still the play right now. It is just moving sideways. That's kind of funny because gold is going up, but Jnug is kind of doing its thing. Probably because of the volume. It's not really moving it as much. If we were to make it, yeah, look at that. Geez, that's really sideways. Let's see here. Right now, I'd definitely be in the take profit area, but I don't really like this chart. Don't really like it because it's not really doing much. This would definitely be a take profit spot right here. Up to there. Definitely take profit there for sure. And then this, see where's another area of resistance and support. Kind of just trailing up. It's kind of like in a, I don't know if I'd be more following like this trend line actually. I don't really like that. I don't really like it. I guess to be in this zone area would be what I would be playing. In between these zones, obviously when it gets closer to here, I'd be buying and selling up here. But definitely taking profit at the anywhere in the $9, like before like $8.91. The $9 is going to be a major resistance, and look at that $9. Look at that, makes sense. It's a psychological level, is why that's an area. Once it breaks $9, that's why it rallied up here to the 930 because it's not as big of a deal. But breaking that $9 is a big deal for Jnug. So JDST would be the play for the rest of probably today. But Jnug overall is the long-term play. And like I said, you can swing this if you like. I would enter Jnug in the 850 area, 860. That'd be a safer bet. But anyways, guys, I'll cut this now. Hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I will talk to you all later.